Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Delusional Chaos. And today's episode, I'm going to be diving into some Reddit confessions for you. So, I just thought this would be a really good start to 2026, is having a little look at what people are confessing to and just start the new year on giving some advice, just put myself out there a bit more. So yeah, thought I would just give you guys today's little pod. But let me just get into the first confession. The title of this confession is I book meetings with myself at the office, then go to a private meeting room to play games, browse the internet, or sleep in ones with locks. And iconic just from the get-go. But the actual confession itself says, recently we've experienced a full RTO and it doesn't make sense for some people to go back to the office, commute 3 hours a day for the sake of being there, whilst most of the people you communicate with are elsewhere, so you always video call them regardless. So I follow the mandate, but I do it in my own way. I need time to recharge in meeting rooms. Sometimes I go to ones with locks and no windows, book them for an hour for a good power nap. And one of the top comments replying to this said, "Don't worry, I used to do this too." And that is just so iconic. It's not iconic, but it's such a Gen Z thing to do of I can't be bothered to work, so I'm just going to pretend like I am working, but in fact actually just doing something else. And that's just iconic. Like, who else would have thought of that? I mean, clearly the person that was the top comment, but yeah, I love it. And bring more of this energy into 2026. Work smarter, not harder. And that's just facts. Oh, just realised my necklace isn't hanging out much better now. But the second confession was I offered an employee 5k to quit. And the actual confession says, I'm not sure where to post this. I've had an employee a few years ago that couldn't be on time to anything. In office meetings, online meetings, client meetings, etc. I finally offered him 5k to quit and move on, or fix his behaviour and keep his job. The catch was that the next time he was late, he was fired, and I couldn't give him a dime. I knew he couldn't do it. I tried to convince him to take the money. Quite literally, the next day, he was 30 minutes late. What would you have done? Taken the 5k or tried to be on time? And I love that he put a cute little question at the end, and I'm going to answer that first. I myself would have probably, depending on how much money I earn, would have probably just taken the 5k, because if I clearly am not able to turn up to work all this time, then should probably just take the 5k, give it a bit of a rest. But I feel like he had hope in himself, and if you really know that you actually are very capable just this whole time, you actually couldn't really be bothered, then I guess you would take the risk. But I think most people would just probably take the 5k. But I don't know what I would do in this situation. Like, genuinely, like if I was this guy, I definitely would have just taken the 5k. And the fact that my boss is literally like trying to convince me, like, come on, take the 5k, I would just be like, okay. Like, I would just take it, because yeah, like, he's literally like begging me to take it, and I just feel like, yeah, you'd have to do that. But no, the third confession is titled Shower, and the reason why I chose it is because of the actual confession. Sometimes I put my head... Sorry, I actually can't. I actually just remembered what it says. Sometimes I put my shower head on the jet setting and chomp the water like a wild dog. And I just have, like, that kind of sense of humour. Like, I think that's hilarious. Some people would be like, that's weird as hell, which it is, but that's hilarious. It's just, I need more of that on my timeline. Like, people just doing that. And I feel like I know some girls that would do that and write that. And I can think of and name a few right now, but I'm not going to. But yeah, exactly the way it's written as well. I know a girl that would do that. And no judgment, because it's kind of funny. But also, it is extremely weird. But it's all for the plot, it's all for the jokes. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that one. On to the next confession. I peed on my friend's food pantry door. They thought it was their dog. And this is going into the confession. So this happened when I was at my friend's... No. So this happened when I was with my friends drinking in his house. They had a 24-pack of beer they didn't like, so they said to go ham on them. Anyway, after partying for a while, we went to bed. I don't know what or how it happened, but I had a feeling... Anyway, after partying for a while, we went to bed. I don't know what or how it happened, but I had a feeling of needing to go pee in my dream. Next thing that happens is I awake to peeing on my friend's pantry door. I blink, then I'm in the bathroom, flushing the toilet. I didn't understand what happened, and then woke in the morning to my friend's mum making us homemade sausage and egg McMuffins. Anyways, they said that their dog accidentally peed, so I just kept quiet to this day, like 10 years later. And that is a crazy thing to have kept in for so long. And I don't know why he didn't just, like, joke with his mates about it. Like, I know that's such a weird thing to do, but also you were very fucked up, and we all do very weird, chaotic things when we're drunk. So why not just make like a joke out of it? I don't get it. But no, it's just, this story just shows like why I don't drink, because I don't want to be waking up and then passing back out and, you know, and oh no, I've accidentally called all of my ex-boyfriends and pissed on the floor and done all of this. Not that that's what I used to do when I was drunk. You know what I mean? Like, alcohol be doing some crazy things. And God, like, I actually, it's hilarious he blamed it on the dog. I wouldn't have even been that smart. I'd be like, it was me. Sorry, girl. No, I wouldn't. But I just, yeah, very wild confession, but also I'm sure a lot of people have done a lot worse. So, hey ho. But on to the next confession. The title for this is Boiled Peanuts. Hi everyone, I need to get this off my chest. I'm addicted to boiled peanuts. I think they're the best snack ever made. I want to live in a vat of boiled peanuts. I want to eat boiled peanuts. As we speak, a shipment of 6 cans is arriving on DoorDash, and I'm gonna eat as many as possible tonight. I love boiled peanuts. I want to live on a diet of boiled peanuts. Everyone should eat boiled peanuts or not, leaves more for me. Funny thing is, I hate peanut butter. And I just love how they went on like a whole tangent about boiled peanuts. Like, I just think that is actually insane and I love it. So yeah, I just also the end PS like hate peanut butter, and it's like, okay, I guess none of us asked to read any of this. None of us, well, I chose it to read out, but yeah, I just think it was hilarious. Like, just I don't know, like, I like this, I like that, and also take a shot every single time that I said boiled peanuts. If you watch it a couple of times, I'm sure you'd be like absolutely on the floor. Not that I'm encouraging that, but still, just, yeah, what's going on there? Not really sure, to be honest. But I love whatever it is, love it. The last confession is not controversial, just a little sad. The young lady at the register, in brackets, well, younger than me, I'm 52, called me sweetie. It was the nicest, warmest thing a woman has said to me in years. I'm still smiling, thanks, young lady. And I just had to include this because we've had a lot of weird ones, and I saw this and it was really sweet, and I just thought I would share that with everyone because it's just, you never know what compliment is gonna really like make somebody's day. Like, obviously it's gonna make somebody's day, but being kind and just saying nice things to random people like really does make a big difference. And like she said, a woman hasn't said anything that nice to her in so many years, and then she just, yeah, that really made her day enough to go onto Reddit. And yeah, I just think more positivity needs to be spread. But that is the end to all of my confessions. Well, not mine personally, other people's from Reddit. But I hope you enjoyed today's video or today's podcast. And if you did, then make sure you give it a little like, a little comment, I don't know, subscribe if you want to. But no, that is the end to Delusional Chaos. And if you like this podcast, then make sure you subscribe and let me guys know what you want. But until then, stay delusional, embrace the chaos, and I'll see you again for another episode.